China. They may be America's most formidable foe ever. I'm talking about competing against them economically as well as militarily. They're winning an undeclared war as well. All about fentanyl. Here's a quick history lesson.
150 years ago, the West, led by the British, was flooding China with opium. Yes, the opium trade opened the door to alarming drug abuse nationwide, creating up to 12 million addicts in China. The world's first drug cartel kept China, a nation then of 450 million people, compliant and feeble. Fast forward to 1949, post-World War II.
Led leader Mao Zedong, chairman of the Communist Party.
Mao Zedong leads a communist revolution. Slowly, by weaving in some capitalist principles, China transformed into an economic and military superpower it is today. China prides themselves on their extensive long-term planning, and they never forget, still looking to pay back Japan for their World War II occupation, and to the West for driving years of national drug addiction. We weren't even a part of the Opium Wars, but they seem to be targeting America. Getting payback by flooding our nation with this generation's opium, fentanyl. So powerful, one dose can kill. China is sending in the opioid to American soil using Mexican drug cartels to bring across our wide-open borders. Just this week, an Arizona Border Patrol canine sniffed out 12 pounds of fentanyl, enough to kill 3 million people. Stop! This year alone, more than 5,000 pounds have been stopped at the border. We have become the unwitting best customers, resulting too often in instant death, addiction, and millions of broken families. More than 150 Americans die every day from overdoses from these synthetic opioids. What's especially insidious, China's fentanyl is hitting America's youth hard. In fact, a CDC report reveals 77% of teen overdose deaths involved fentanyl last year. Opioid overdoses increased 94% from 2019 to 2020 in kids 14 to 18, the number rising another 20% the following year. Is China targeting America in a modern-day opium war? Seems that way. How long till we acknowledge this China attack, stop the flow at its source, and block it at our border? Hard to imagine any issue more important to the fabric of this nation.
All right, let's expand on this. Let's bring in Michael Pillsbury, a senior fellow and director for Chinese strategy at the Hudson Institute and author of this book, The 100-Year Marathon. Michael, am I overstating this? Is this a redux to the Opium War?
There's a certain parallel, and one thing strengthens your case, Brian, that you didn't mention. On Chinese television, when they show the Opium War, they don't just show the British. They show American merchants kind of hanging around or being on the ships or somehow involved. So you're actually factually correct. The Americans were not part of the Opium War in 1840, but the Chinese are not portraying that way domestically. They're saying we are involved in this. So therefore, the idea of punishment or revenge against the Americans makes more sense inside China.
Michael, I watched them lock down 24 million people because of a variant, and that gives them asymptomatic symptoms, so no symptoms at all. If they wanted to stop fentanyl in an oppressive country like this, yes, couldn't they stop it? Don't they know where it is, where it's made?
That's a great question. I think they could stop it in something like 1 week. They know where the precursors are. They know where these gangs operate from. We even know this, Brian, because the Chinese have made a kind of seductive appeal to a lot of American government officials. If you just treat China more nicely, don't sell weapons to Taiwan, don't complain about the Uyghurs, then we will help you with these Mexican gangs. But the Chinese strategy has been to blame Mexico for all of this and claim that they're not involved. We know they're involved. They're involved also in the money laundering part of it. These small packages of 2 or 3 pounds of fentanyl, either mixed with heroin or not, they have to be financed somehow. And the Chinese have allowed their international finance system to be used for money laundering. We've made this case to them, and they always say the same thing. You've got to be nicer to China, or we're not going to help you with fentanyl.
Well, they're not being nice, and I understand this, kind of a rare thing. The Secretary of Defense, Austin, and his counterpart in China basically had a meeting. And in that meeting, they warned us to not be part of warming relations with Taiwan and do not arm Taiwan. No idea what we said back, but should we? Should we be arming Taiwan at a dizzying rate after we see what happens with Ukraine when we were slow to arm them and what happened?
Well, we're required by law, by the Taiwan Relations Act of 1979, to maintain Taiwan's ability to defend itself. But there's been a big debate over the last 40 years about just how to do that. What you have on the Dove side is, oh, gee, let's just give Taiwan the minimum to defend themselves. The other side has been, no, Taiwan needs to be a porcupine and needs to have some fear inspired in Beijing that if we invade Taiwan, A, we'll lose, and B, the Americans will come and help. So there's been this debate that causes paralysis in how much we sell weapons to Taiwan. I hope the Ukraine experience will cause greater sales to Taiwan because they have needs that are not being met.
Yeah, we'll see where this goes because you can't think about Russia and not think about what's next, and that would be China and Taiwan. And they say their relations with Russia have never been stronger. Michael, we'll continue to tap into your knowledge every time we need some insight on China, okay?
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.